Alright, yo, this is Milkman. Today I'm gonna show off my own essay tier list from the perspective of an essay to Dudley, which I think is 10 out of 10. I could explain this and compare it to different people, or maybe even change it, but three frame startup, third screen, Chun super damage basically, except it does 33% stun, which is actually pretty rare for supers to do stun. Like his Super Art 1 only does 3% stun, Super Art 3 does nothing, Super Art 1 I mean, for 3% stun. And because of that, all you need is a jump in, you get a DP, and then you just wait. They throw out something, you punish with Super Art 2, either raw if they do like a heavy punch that's high, and you can duck under it, or if it's low, then you block it or parry it, and then you just do 33% stun and they're dead. So I would say the most comparable super that you would think in your head is Chun SA2. Now, the thing about Chun SA2 is that it goes really far. It goes actually further than Dudley SA2, which goes like a 1/3 screen. This goes like a half screen in 2 frames. It's faster, and it goes further, but it's more unsafe. And this is why it's in B tier, is because even though you have 2 of them, if I'm better than you, which you're going to have to be better than your opponent if you're playing versus Chun-Li, so if they aren't as good as you at confirming and not making mistakes, then their super actually becomes a liability, whereas your super needs a red parry at the end, which makes it not as much as a liability since it's -6. Whereas Chun is like, you don't even have to parry it. I can not even parry it and then just stand heavy punch it, even if it's far away. So I'd give it like a B because it can be a handicap, even though it does resets, juggles, stun, all of that. But in a vacuum, Dudley just does more. He gets like a stand heavy punch into a reset on the girls, so Makoto, Elena, Chun. Not a Buki, I don't think. He also gets it like on a micro walk on Urian, Necro, Shotos, and yeah. So, yeah. He just gets a lot. On Q, you can even do like a delayed machine gun blow into a sweep, into like a backswing blow, I think. So, SA2 is just really good. Lots of stun, lots of reset potential, and then you have stun combos, which are even better. So, I'd say, like, this is how it looks. So, yeah, this is how it's gonna look when it comes to say one actually being lower than it. Its damage potential is good. You get like 40% life off a jump in, or like a good crouching combo, like grounded. So like you do your best combo is like overhead into raw SA1 because you get like 45% or something crazy because they're crouching too. So it's really high damage potential. It's just really stubby. And if you're going to try to be punishing things, you might as well just use SA3, which is really consistent, but I'd actually put it lower because it just doesn't have that power. As we're getting further into the Spikecade meta, as I would say, it's become more about who can output more stun and just raw power than who can get the most mix-ups and reversal the most times. Because if you do, anything other than like a heavy kick duck into reverse corkscrew, you're going to get parried on B to A rank using SA3, Of course, let's get some quick duns. I think Goken SA3 is alright. It's a good anti-air, because it's just hard to parry. You can confirm it from DP or yeah, you can just confirm it regularly from like 2 crouch light kicks. So it's a pretty good super. But I think this Akuma super is sort of like on par with Dudley SA1, except it's more safe. So technically in a vacuum I'd say it's better. Alex SA2 is like C, but it has like that gimmick where it grabs. Usually you can jump over it, but sometimes you need to like parry on the jump in, which can be tricky. But it's definitely not D or F. I hate to say this, but Akuma really likes the momentum from SA1. It's really good. And I'd also say the same with these two. Actually, I'd put this here because it's not a reversal. That's the thing that gives it the problem that makes it not as good as these supers from Dudley. It's not a reversal. So, if anything, I'd put like right here. This is pretty good. It's actually better than SA2 in the right context. And for like anti-airs or like juggles or something like that, but yeah, in general it's like probably worse. Stun headbutt, it's okay. I'd say it's actually better than his SA2 because it has more damage potential. Because you get a stun with Alex, you basically win. If you're really good at Alex, you should be hitting those parries in the medium chop and the stun gun. Same goes for just the raw potential of Alex SA1, which I almost feel like putting below SA2 because it's jumpable, but at that point just punish things. It's high damage potential. Chun SA1, broken. I hate this super. The super makes my SA2 days feel numbered because it's a reversal. It hits everything. So for those who don't know, SA2 is not a reversal, so it can be hit. It can duck things, so you have to do it situationally. But yeah, it's just one of those sorts of things. I think Hammer Frenzy is probably the same as Chun SA2. Raid is really good. I think Elena SA1, huh? Yeah, SA1's really good. I think it's better than Chun Super 2. I'm more scared of playing a SA1 Elena than a Super 2 Chun because I'm just more scared of that, honestly. SA3, I actually want to put this in like a S tier because it seems so good, but I think I have to put it in like D tier because you end up just not having good damage potential and you need to run away. I'm just not gonna use skill. SA2 for Hugo. I'd say it's like in the same boat as stun gun. SA1 Ibuki is like top tier 2. SA2 Ibuki. It's a real command grab, so I give it top 2. This, by the way, Brave Dance for SA2 for Elena. It just has so much range. This is a real command grab, so you can jump in, do super, they can't jump. SA3 I think is really good, but sadly it's like it's sort of in the same boat as Chun's SA3, maybe just a little bit better. Maybe better than this, maybe this is there. Ken SA2 is actually really good. I'd say it's like top of C tier. Ken SA1 is like F tier. This move sucks. You get 2 stocks and it does a butt ton of damage sometimes, but you can just do SA2 if you want damage, even if you just have 1 bar. I guess if you're like bar happy. Okay, what's the other worst supers to pilot? Yeah, I think this is pretty bad. I mean, this is pretty, like, it's okay. SA3 is like pretty good. Honestly, I'd put in C tier. If you're running Oro SA1, then you're like basically a step above playing 12 SA3. Oro, Necro SA3 is pretty good. It's like maybe above Ibuki SA2, which I'd say is bottom of A tier. 12 SA2 is broken. I mean Q SA1 is probably just under 10 SA2. Remy SA1 is like, if you can confirm it, then it's like an easy. It's like probably better than Dudley's other two supers, because you just can't get in unless they SA2 immediately. Tengu Stone, obvious top tier. Again, I think Tengu Stone is probably not as good as a raw hit, but you cancel into it, so it's basically a raw hit. So maybe Ibuki SA1 goes here. Shun is like bottom S tier. I think this Akuma super can go top of B tier instead. Or Brave, yeah, like right below Necro, but better than Ibuki. I mean, technically, Sean SA2 is really good, because you get juggles after it, juggles into itself. It has really high damage potential. I could see at top level somebody putting out a Sean SA2. I think bottom of SA tier is also Sean SA3, because it has the same quirks as. Actually, it doesn't really juggle. I'll put it at the bottom of that. Let's see. Wait, what is it? What is Akuma SA? These two are switching. It's not reversal though. Kodo SA2. Like, considering the character, yeah, it's really good. Or, I'd say it's like mid. Top of D tier. This is just like unwieldy to handle, I'd say. In Agent, I think it's alright. Probably top of A tier. Ken SA3 is sort of like SA2 but worse. Less damage. Kind of like SA3 from Dudley but better. Bleed Nocturne's alright. If you're nasty with it, then it's probably better than an Oro SA1. Whereas QSA3, baby, I gotta put that at a C tier, top of C tier. You can cancel back heavy kick into it. Get a little mix up. See block. Whereas Makoto SA1 is just like better than Sean as a character. Okay, Rio now. Shinshoryu. Shinchoryu's probably top of B tier. This is probably going to go bottom of B tier. Yeah, I'd say it's better than Sean SA2. Just don't miss. SA1 from 12 is really annoying. SA1 with Sean I never have success with. Other people probably have a lot of success with it. I think Tyrant, this one hurts. It's like about Chun. This one does a ton of stun. And this one, of course, is just like probably like better than Yun's. Yeah, that one's pretty good. I'd say this is better than Hugo's. Yang. High ceiling. Big boom, super. I always see SA2 because they want meter. So I think it goes below C tier. And then SA1 probably same place. I like myself an SA3, but it gets hit by SA2, so we're good. SA1 though. Remy SA2. It's a reversal. Sort of like Sean, but he has like good cancels. Probably same place. Yeah, alright, there you go. There you have it. Let's look at this now. So, top is Dudley SA2. Of course. Best move in the game. 33% stun, like 55% damage combos. You know, they are going to be either 49% dead or like 60% dead, depending on if you got to jump in or not. Pretty good. Hugo SA1. You gotta be real close. You can't confirm this at range. You can't like do forward heavy punch into SA1 I mean. But you still get that frame 1 grab, and it's really annoying. Q SA2. Command grab into it. Also like 40%. Oro. Also like 60%. Maybe a stun. So you do need a mix up, and you have to get a hit before you activate it. But, you know. It doesn't create any opportunities, so that's why it's like 4, so not SA2. This one's pretty good. Ibuki SA1. Chip is insane. I have to do like some insane red parries to get out of that. Unblockables are broken, so Oro probably has like the best top level unblockables in the game when it comes to setting it up and how easy they are at a menial level. Makoto stun, of course. As a Dudley main, I don't get instant stunned, but basically I can stun them before they stun me if we're playing that way. If we're just slugging it out, then I can do jump in, heavy punch, heavy kick, duck, straight, because medium duck straight combos from heavy kick on standing Makoto. And then I can do SA2, and that does like 60 or 70% stun or something crazy like that, and all I need is like a little bit of chip. So it's dangerous. And then Chun SA1 is for a different reason, mainly because it's so good at keeping people out. It's just that super 4. Oh, they jumped, super 1. Oh, they're ducking in, super 1, etc, etc. Aegis, of course, top of A tier because it just makes every single move better. Canadian, same. SA1 on Makoto, links to everything, it's really good. SA2 on Remy, looking a little bit sus here, but you can cancel into it from EX flash kick. So it does have like pretty good comeback potential for a zoner. For a zoner to have EXDP super, that's pretty good. And then Sean, same thing, except he just has explosive corner combos, and he needs a reversal really bad. So this is actually really good on him. Remy SA1 is just a really good tool. Dudley SA1, again, it does 3%, but you get 2 of them. So your damage potential is like 90%. When you go into a round and you're expecting to get 2 hits. Like, if you expect that I'm going to hit you with a jump in and then I'm going to open you up, then you have like 90% there. Dudley SA2, if you get a jump in and you're like, I'm going to open you up, then they're dead. That's the difference between Dudley SA1 and Dudley SA2. Same thing with Dudley SA3. You just don't have the damage. to catch up with SA2 or the stun. Two things that are big in this game is stun and damage, and that's really it. That's why you do neutral grab instead of throw them or back throwing them, because you would need that stun and you can get corner, really easily. Brave Dance really far. It's the backbone of her game plan. Sadly, it doesn't do much stun, so it's in like the middle of A tier. Necro does a lot of stun, but not much damage. Ibuki having a command grab is really cool, but it's still definitely not as good as having that chip potential when it just comes to her playstyle. Akuma SA2, oh my god, the amount of times people have probably died to Akuma doing SA2 and to a DP is like at least in the millions. When it comes to games played, Akuma definitely has been not gone unpunished for being able to land and do frame 1 DP. I almost would even say that gives it reason to be better than Sean, but it still does get punished. Both get punished hard, just the people know what they're doing. Sean, you can mash it, make them maybe not block. I don't know. It's just like both get punished, but it does a lot of damage. SA1 from Akuma doesn't do as much damage, and it's not a reversal. That's a big thing. It's not a reversal, so I can if they're at their lowest amount of health, then they can't do it on wake up. So you just hit them with a heavy kick, and it juggles into itself, and you get some DP combos, but it's not like a DP super, and then you're comboing into like a juggler. So it's sort of like an extender. Not really what you want to be using your super for. Ken SA2 though, it's an ender, but it doesn't do much damage. 12 SA1 though actually does pretty good damage raw, and from Axe it's like a good confirming route. So it's actually weird how good of a super 12 has. He just doesn't have very good SAs. No, EXs, I mean, other than like drill or maybe like head fireball. I mean, yeah, it's a good anti-air. That's something rare. Maybe even makes it better than Ken SA3, but he has 3 of them, so it's a better ender. Yang SA3, a little Gin Agent thing. Pretty good. Unblockables. I've gotten hit. Ryu SA1, consistent. Ryu SA3, not as consistent because I can SA2 it. Like, this goes up through fireballs, by the way. It goes through fireballs that are like Denjin. That's like the only fireball it goes through. That's a super. Because SA1 and Akuma SA1 got some big hitboxes sometimes. So if you're not fast, they'll just hit you. But yeah, whereas with Denjin, you can buffer this on your wake up, get through anything. Even if they threw Hadu into it, get through it. Even if they throw it once the super freeze is done, get through it. Denshin's mid. On God. Ryu SA2, solid. Ton of damage. Basically like a Q SA2, which is top tier, but not as good because you don't have a dash punch. That's really hit. You don't have dash punch and a command grab, so SA2 isn't as good. Reversal for Elena. Chun SA2 being in the mid, being under Elena SA1. Yeah, it's just not very good. It's not a reversal. It's not a reversal either, guys. Chun-Li has no reversals when she's in SA2. If you throw out a heavy punch, it will stuff that shit in neutral. If I throw out a heavy punch in neutral versus SA2 Dudley, he will duck under it with the SA2 while he hits me frame 3. So Chun just gets parried after all the hits into jump, into stand heavy punch, because you can do jump in combo from stand parry as Dudley because his jump's so short, you can get it a full jump in. Urian SA1 does so much stun. It's actually really good, guys. It's really good. Good reversal, too. Unexpected. Same as Hammer Frenzy. Also does stun. You can do some shenanigans. Same with Akuma SA3. Also a shenanigan super. Alex SA3 is the shenanigan super. You do it from like medium elbow or heavy elbow. Go into the medium or like the light one or the heavy one for like a mix up. And it's a true mix up. They can't jump, they have to hit it or dash away, but you can catch dashes, and if they, are looking out for that, then you just walk away from the elbow. 12 SA2, really good. Having an air dash character be able to do an air super is insane. It snipes me a lot. If they're able to build meter, like a good 12 player can build meter. Like I'm a good Dudley player, so I can build meter for my SA2. So I don't have to worry about that. All that junk with it, using my EX machine gun blows and not having any juice left. I just throw some heavy punches on their block and I get like 30% super back. So 12 SA2 would be the same way. If I had to air dash, bro, I'd be getting so much meter. Hugo SA2, great at sniping chumps. 12 SA2 actually is scared of Hugo SA2, but it actually counters my super the best, not 12's. All right, Yun SA1, nuke. Good on Yun, but he has Grenadian, so he has a better nuke, basically, that's not susceptible to just, your own stupidity. Sean SA3, good punish. Urian SA2, lots of stun. 12 SA3, solid super. You're missing out on the S tier SA2, but if you like partying with safe dash punches, then that's up to you. Same goes for Sean. If you like partying with little micro damage mix-ups, then SA1's for you. But if you want anything else, like to get up when you are hit, choose SA2. Ken SA2, you're already a good character. You have a meterless EXDP, so you can just choose SA2 to just make that vacuum and better and nuke. Even if it only does like 49%, it's still really good. QSA1 is actually super good, but super punishable, and just not like the best of like those sort of junk supers that like it's not Chun-Li SA2 basically. That's the main problem. I mean it is a reversal, I guess, but it's not like a brave dance, I guess. Okay, that's Ibuki SA3. It confirms from your Rekkas, actually, so it is pretty good for that. It also confirms from a stand medium punch, just like off a link, because it's fast. So it's actually a pretty good super. It just doesn't do much damage. And if you're EXing for your DPs to get those sick air TC combos, then you're losing your super, and you can't combo after it. Alex SA2, again, it's great at confirming from EX chop or like a heavy chop if you get a read, or an elbow even if they parry, or I don't know, but if they parry, then you want to do SA1. It's actually really funny. It's a good read. You do EX chop, they parry one hit. This is like top level exchange. They EX chop, they parry one hit. You do SA1 while they're parrying the next hit, and then they get grabbed. Same sort of goes with Makoto SA3. You do a heavy punch after a command grab. You get SA3, really scary right girl, after a super freeze and you don't really know how to move. They either get a command grab and kill you, or they just combo into crouch, medium punch, dash punch, and then they get a mix up and kill you. Yang SA2, really bad. The only gimmick that makes it not in D tier is the fact that it crosses you up on punish, so you can only really get a grounded punish. You can't really jump. Like you can mess up by jumping. So yeah, Yang SA1. What is Yang? Yeah, Yang SA1 is when he pokes you in the eye, right? Yeah. That's a really good super. It also just doesn't do insane amount of damage, like less than Ken SA2, I'd say, for a nuke super. Same for Necro. Like, you think if I put Chun SA1 here, I'd put Necro SA1 like up here too, but it's just not as good. Trust me. There's not as many hits. You could mash it. I'm pretty sure. But it's just like not. It's not as good. I just don't think it's as good. It's not as much damage. I don't feel as hurt when a Chun does that and it has a heavy punch to hit me in the face afterwards. Necro doesn't have a very scary heavy punch. His heavy punch is one I can like SA2 on hit. So I just down parry for his sweep or for his crouch medium punch and then SA2 anyway. Elena, I can't wait for this to be up here. It deserves to be up here, but for now, it doesn't have the support to be played like Blue Nocturne. It's like in the same boat. They just don't have the support yet to be meta or good. It just doesn't have that damage, where this game is very about heated raw damage exchanges. Oro SA1 is good for that if you don't know how to play Oro, but if you know how to play Oro, then don't use Oro SA1. 12 SA3 actually can style on like some bad players, but those are bad players. Otherwise, it's a meme. Same goes for Chun SA3. And then these moves are just pretty bad. Necros can punish, but it doesn't do as much damage as Alex's. Ken loving to be unsafe. I can't hit from that far away. And then Yang bad impression of an anti-air. And that's really it. Alright, bye.